Hi guys, my name is Joe, and this is Fighting Words, the martial arts library. And this is a segment I call Media Fight Monday. So on Media Fight Mondays, it's the first and third Monday of every month, I take a look at a fight from movies, TV, animation, and I break down the action, and then I give it a grade based on realism and also on storytelling. So, today I'm doing a fight from the original Kickboxer movie, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme and Michael Qissi, and this is going to be the first fight in there where Tong Po, played by Michael Qissi, is facing off against Van Damme's brother, Eric Sloane, played by Dennis Alexio, who was an excellent kickboxer. Now, for some background information, Michael Qissi was born in Morocco, grew up in Belgium. He studied boxing, Shotokan, Muay Thai, kickboxing. He actually knew Jean-Claude Van Damme from a young age. They were actually in a lot of Van Damme's early movies together. So that's his martial art background. Mr. Alexio's martial arts background is, I think he started in Kajukimbo and added in things like Tong Sudo, Muay Thai, boxing. He was a highly ranked kickboxer. He did some boxing matches as well. Unfortunately, right now he's spending time in federal prison for things like fraud and money laundering. Whoopsie. So that was their background. The fight choreographer credited for this movie is Jean-Claude Van Damme, which I didn't know before I did research into this movie. So, let's check it out. Right now, the bell has rung, and Tong Po is advancing on Eric Sloane. Charges straight forward. So, one thing we saw there that would be a little unusual is for, the bell rings and one party stays in his corner. Usually fighters try to take control of the center of the ring. We saw Eric throwing a couple of kicks and Tong Po just not selling it, catching the kick, throwing a few punches back, which is perfectly legal in Muay Thai. One of the things that this fight is meant to illustrate is that Muay Thai is different from the American style of kickboxing that folks like Dennis Alexio were used to before they started doing these cross-promotional matches. Usually, the big weakness was kicks to the leg because American-style kickboxing only allowed kicks above the waist. And of course, clinch fighting was another thing that American kickboxers were unfamiliar with before the introduction of Muay Thai. Punch is blocked, punch hits, no sell. A couple more punches, he's covering up well. Oh, but the elbow he didn't expect. So throws a side kick and a round kick. Tong Po still pretty much blocking and no selling. Spinning back kick, nothing doing. Hit butt, that's illegal. Hooking him up there. Knee after knee after knee after knee. All these undefended knees. So we see just repeated knees to the body. I think most referees would have stepped in by then. And Tong Po walks back to his corner, and Eric Sloane has to be carried back to his corner. Again, in most fights, that would be it. Here we go with round two. Tong Po marches forward. Punch, elbow, elbow. That looked like, a low round kick. This is also illegal. You're not allowed to hit a guy when he's down. And moreover, that final elbow is meant to have caused paralysis, like broken his spine. Between fighters of a similar size, I don't think that would be the case. So that was sort of brief. It serves well as an introduction for the Tong Po character and for the character of Kurt Sloane to sort of, this is his inciting incident where he sees his brother being attacked and crippled, and he wants to get back at Tong Po. So this is pretty much a revenge story for most of it. So, realism. There is an element in Muay Thai of not showing that you are being affected by your opponent's attacks. With that being said, that guy's doing an awful lot of not showing that the attacks are having any effect on them. I would consider that somewhat unrealistic. The headbutt, ref probably would have stepped in. The elbow, yeah, the final spike. The ref's letting him get away with everything. I am unsure if a ref playing favorites against a foreign fighter would look exactly like it did. I know that there were incidents where foreign fighters have accused local referees of sort of favoring the local guy. I don't know if it would have been that extreme where a guy can flagrantly break the rules, or when he had him up against the ropes and was just repeatedly throwing knees to the body. I cut that short. That was 20 knees or something ridiculous like that. If the guy isn't able to fight back, usually that's the end of the fight. The techniques they use were realistic. I think the effects were largely not. Yeah, give it a B. As far as the storytelling goes, in service to the larger story, I think it does well, because it does set Tong Po up as a guy who wants to break the rules and just destroy his opponent and doesn't give a crap about, anything. But insofar as, this fight goes, what story is it telling? It's telling the story of the guy who's overwhelmed. We never get a chance to see Eric show that he is a capable fighter. We just see him get overwhelmed, and his attacks don't really seem to have much of an effect. And because of that, I don't think it really tells the story that it should. Eric in the movie is meant to be a formidable fighter, and that's why it's so shocking that he lost. We don't get to see that. If we're going by the maxim of show don't tell, we didn't get to see, Eric Sloane beating up a bunch of guys before he got in here and was paralyzed. So, as far as the storytelling goes, yeah, D. It served the greater picture, but I don't think it did a good job of telling a story in this fight. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. Anyway, that's all I have for this week, and I will catch you guys in 2 weeks with another Media Fight Monday, and tune in on Tuesdays for my shorter videos, and Fridays for my review videos. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.